So when it comes to making one of these wood burners, we generally make them bespoke to order. So we send a DXF file off to a laser cutting company, and it comes lovely precision cut within 0.2 of a millimeter, which is excellent. So in your package, what you should expect then is 3 sides like this. You'll get one front. There's a baffle plate, there's a bottom plate, there's a grill. There's also this really handy tool for opening and closing, and of course the top. Now all you need extra to do is to cut some pieces of steel here that act as some ribbing for reinforcement, and also whatever you'd like as far as the flue goes. So we have a pipe that fits this perfectly, but you could simply roll one yourself quite easily. So the first thing that we're going to do, you'll notice, is that there's a slit cut in the sides here, and that means that the assembly is super quick and simple, as I'll show you now. So I'm going to begin by aligning the side pieces here flat on the bench. Now all I'm going to do is take the bottom plate, which is this piece, and you'll notice it has 3 tabs. And then the side that doesn't have a tab, that's going to be the front face. So we're going to put the middle tab on the middle side piece first, and it should slot in and hold itself nicely like so. Now all we're going to do is get the other side and align it with the other tab. And just to hold it all together for assembly, I've got one of these magnetic angle clamps, and we'll just put that in the corner like so. And I'm going to do the same on this side. And already it's taken shape to look like a log burner. So what you've got here then is an overlap, T-joint if you like, that we're going to weld. So that should be 10 millimeters. So I'll tack these parts together now. I'm going to start on the inside, on the ends, tack, and on the insides where the legs are, these are going to tack those together, and we'll put the face on top. So now we've safely flipped the burner onto its back, we're going to look at the PDF now and select item 13, which are these stiffeners. They're going to be placed very simply like so, approximately 1/3 of the way across. This is the front face of the burner, so they're going to go parallel in this direction. So I'm going to tack these on, and then we'll get welding up. As you just saw, it only takes 2 flips and you get in all the flat positions to weld all the bulk of the wood burner together. So the last thing, whilst it's in this position, is to just place the cover plate over the Suppley emblem just here. So get it nice and centred, do a few stitches, and then we're ready to do the lid. Right, so the reason we've put this baffle in, it plays a very important role in the heat transfer of the wood burner. So essentially, as a fire comes here, it's prevented by the baffle from going straight up the chimney. So the heat has to dissipate around the front and then to the back and out again, giving it maximum time to release the heat output, which is how we get the rating of 20 kilowatts. The 20 kilowatt rating comes from the size of the fire that you can have, the amount of baffle that you use, and the size of the air inlets. And that's what gives the maximum rating. Okay, so we're on the home stretch now of finishing the wood burner off, and now we're going to put the lid on. So first of all, you want the front part of the lid, that's this part. And you can see it slots onto these tabs here. Now there should be a couple of millimeters of play within that, but what you want to do is make sure it is pushed all the way back towards its rear, so the front edge is resting against the front edge of here. And what that will do is align the back part. So the back part will align itself with the edge of the wood burner, but essentially with the lid, having it all the way back gives it a little bit of play so nothing gets bound and tight. So if it's all the way forward, by the time you've welded it, this might be too tight within it. So you want to make sure that's pushed all the way to the back. Then we can tack weld from the underside the second part of the lid on, as I'll demonstrate now. So with everything in position, you can see you've got the front lid here and the back lid here. The back lid stays permanently joined, and all we're going to do is put a tack on each corner, and then we'll take the front lid off and we'll fully weld around the back lid. So generally with a MIG welder, whatever settings you're using for the horizontal flat position, you can also use for the horizontal overhead position, and saves me turning the burner all the way over and everything. So I'll weld it up as it is. thank you so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this video, and if you did, please do give it a like, because that boosts up this channel. And obviously the patterns are available in the description, but all I'd ask is that you take extra care and make sure you're a competent welder to do this, and we take no responsibility for anyone who hurts themselves whilst creating this, because we make these bespoke to order and we are professionals. But if you're having a go yourself, just take extra caution. If you'd like to see anything else from us or from myself, do list below what you'd like to see in the comments. And in the meantime, happy forging a life worth living, and see you in the next episode.